Hey guys, so tonight I am going to switch this tank out. This is just a little 10-gallon tank, and a buddy of mine gave me a 30-gallon tank. So I'm gonna switch out this 10-gallon for that 30-gallon, give all the plants in here a lot more room to grow. So let me show you that tank. Alright, so this is my bathtub and the 30-gallon tank. Now, what I've done is I washed the outside and the inside of the tank. It had some debris in the bottom of it from him having substrate in it. And all I do is I use a brush. I don't use any soap. And I just scrub it off real good. And I've filled it with water. And now I've done that just to make sure it doesn't leak. He said it doesn't leak, but you know, he's not gonna buy me new floors if it does leak. And it's possible while you're transporting stuff that the seams can get damaged. So I just wanted to make sure it doesn't leak. It's been filled up for an hour now and it hasn't leaked at all. So I'm pretty confident it's good to go. So I'm gonna drain this and take it back out to where it's gonna be at and start switching it and show y'all how I do that. Alright, so I got the tank out here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what side I want as the front and the back. And then I'm going to paint the back of it like I do on almost all my tanks. So let me do that and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright guys, so as you can see I got it all taped up. I'm going to go ahead and paint it. Now this is a little bit older tank, so I've picked the side with the most scratches on it to paint, just to cover those up. The other side has a few scratches, but it's not nearly as bad as this side. You can definitely tell he probably had this side as the front. That's why it has more scratches on it. But no big deal to me. It was free. I'm going to paint it and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright guys, so I got the first coat on there and I've actually out of black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this first coat dry, and if it needs another coat, I have some different colors. I can use those and spray it on top of this black to just help kind of fill it in, and it still should look black from the inside because the first coat is black. The second coat is just making it so not as much light shines through and you don't see as many patchy areas. So the second coat isn't really going to matter what color it is, and I'll show you how that goes if it needs to do that. So let me let it dry and I'll let you see what it looks like when it's dry. Alright guys, as you can see there's definitely some light and dark spots on it. So I'm going to take this other color of paint, which is a very unique color, but it's all I've laying around. So I'm going to spray another coat on it with this color, and like I said, it should from the other side still look black. All I'm doing is filling in, covering up the light spots basically, so not as much light is shining through there. So I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so we got our bright blue on there. Now we're going to let this dry, and 2 coats is usually enough to get good coverage. So I'll let it dry, I'll make sure it's good, and then I'll flip it around and show you what it looks like on the other side. Alright guys, so we got it flipped around, and as you can see, it's black. The backside is very blue, but the inside is black. So neat little trick if you happen to run out of paint in the middle of one of these and you have another color just laying around, as long as you get the first coat on there fairly good, the second coat doesn't really matter what color it is. It's just to darken up the black and not let so much light go through it. So that's how you do that. Now the next thing is I'm going to use the substrate from this tank. Now seeing as this is only a 10-gallon tank, and I only have a certain amount of substrate. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my leftover dirt from dirting my other tank, and I'm gonna put a bottom layer of dirt in there, and then I'm gonna use this sand, this black sand on top of it. So let me get to work on that, and I'll show y'all steps, you know, in between here and there. So I'll get to it and be back with y'all shortly. Alright, so I got my dirt in there. Now the next step is going to be draining this tank, taking everything out of it, fish, plants, everything, so I can get down to that sand substrate to put in the new tank. So let me work on that. Hey guys, so I had a bunch of video of me putting the substrate in here and putting plants in here and all that, but for some reason it's not letting me edit that video clip, so it won't even play. It's just freezing. So I'm gonna have to take it out of the video. I hope you understand technical difficulties. I can't go backwards and redo it, so it is what it is. But all I did was I took the substrate out of the little tank, I put it on top of the dirt, I plopped the plants in there. No, actually, I'm sorry. After I put the sand in there, I filled and drained it about 3 times to get any of the cloudiness out. And then on the 3rd time, I filled it up a couple inches. I put my plants in the substrate, and then I filled it up the rest of the way. And then that's it. I put my filter on there, my heater in there, hooked all that up, and then it is what you see now. So it's not impossible to do, just a lot of work. If you're willing to do it, pretty easy to switch a tank. Alright guys, well, we got it all wrapped up. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more of that black sand. It wasn't quite enough to cover some of the spots. It's a little thin, but I can pick up a bag of that tomorrow, rinse it, and put it in the thin spots, cover up some of those roots a little bit better. It's no big deal. I just wanted to show you that if you wanted to switch tanks, it's possible. All you got to do is spend a little bit of time and do it. So it's very easy to do. It's just, like I said, it's time consuming. It probably took me 2-3 hours to do all this. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you get a chance, subscribe. I have a bunch of other videos. Check them out. If there's something you want to see or want to know about, let me know, and I'll work on getting something out about that. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.